Wait, what? Welcome to the In-Depth Zoe Guide, the most balanced champion Riot has yet to produce. Here I'm going to talk about some tips and tricks you can use while playing Zoe, so let's get in it. Zoe's first ability, her Q, is called Paddle Star. This is a double skill shot and is Zoe's main form of damage. She shoots a star to a certain location where it can then be shot once more at a higher velocity. This first shot is very important because it decides the damage as well as the trajectory of the star. The more distance the star covers on the second shot, the more damage it does. So you can get up to some mad damage, or you can just use it for some small poke like here. Zoe's second ability is called Spell Thief. She can passively steal the summoner spells and active items from champions and occasionally from minions. After taking a spell, she can use it for herself with a couple added bonuses, such as bonus move speed as well as gaining 3 orbs around her that deal damage to her next targets. After taking a spell, don't be afraid to use it because you only have 40 seconds to do so you can't hog them. Zoe's third ability is her Sleepy Trouble Bubble. It's a linear skill shot that, if hits, puts the target to sleep after a short delay, and if it misses, it creates a sleepy zone on the ground for anyone who walks over it. Sleep is a new type of CC that is basically a stun, but if the target is damaged during the duration, they will wake up. Zoe's passive is basically the same as Lich Bane. After using an ability, she gains a buff on her next auto attack. This is great for in-lane poke or just a finisher move. Finally, Zoe's ultimate is a blink that lets her teleport a short distance away for 1 second before returning to her original location. While in her wormhole, she can still use abilities, but she can't move at all. Now that we're done talking about Zoe's abilities, we can move on to her combos, which is where her real strength lies. For Zoe's first combo, shoot the star away from you, jump forward, and shoot it again. This works if they're far away from you. If they're close to you, there's a different combo you'll want to use. If the target is close to you, put them to sleep, jump away, then throw your star away from you, and then throw it at them. This will do a massive amount of damage. One thing I want to say about Zoe's ultimate is that it is definitely not an escape. There are many other uses for it, but escaping is not one of them. Zoe's ultimate can be used to get closer to an enemy to land your skill shots, or to dodge abilities for a brief moment while going back to your original position, like here. Or not. Here's one final example as to why not to use Zoe's ultimate as an attempt to escape. After getting an enemy to low health, don't be afraid to go in, even if your spells are on cooldown. As long as you have your W ready, or any summoner spells ready, you'll be able to take them down. Thought he could fight me after all that damage? No way, kid. Hitting your Trouble Bubble against champions like Zed or Yasuo before they ult is very good, because as you can see here, Yasuo just runs away after he isn't able to do anything. Star can be very difficult to hit at long distances if the target is not CC'd, so it's best to hit your CC first, or go in for a short Paddle Star. Or you might be like me and just miss your CC point blank, and at that point... God damn. Remember, when using your Trouble Bubble over walls, it gains additional range, so don't be afraid to do that. It can also surprise enemies very well, which makes Zoe really good at ganking. Here you see me going down for a gank, and even though the enemies are under tower, we're still able to get this kill on Varus because of Trouble Bubble's extended range over walls. And when you hit a Trouble Bubble over a wall, they know they're dead. It's just like... In teamfights, Zoe thrives when the enemies are all separated, because she is a high damage single target champion. Here you can see all the enemies chasing after us, but they come one at a time, making it easy for me to pick them off one by one. What was that flash, Nar? In this team fight, it's a lot harder for Zoe to be effective because all of the enemies are clumped together and they start chasing after me. The best way to be effective is to let the enemies chase you and kite them along the way. You most likely won't get a lockdown kill unless they overextend like this Nar will do in a couple seconds. Bazinga! In this teamfight, you're able to see that all the enemies are separated, so it's very easy for Zoe to be effective in this situation. In the late game, after winning a team fight, it's very good to use your passive on turrets, because you'll be able to take down turrets extremely fast and it could just win you the game in a tight situation. Well, that's it for this Zoe guide. Thank you all so much for watching. You can find me over at twitch.tv/3ziggy, and I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Well, peace out, guys.